Coming into play tapped. Ugh. Hello, my friends, it's Johnaroth, and today we're playing with another new commander. Today we play with Don and Leo, problem solvers. Don and Leo is 3 colorless, 1 blue or white, and then another blue or white for a 4/6 with vigilance, so stats pretty good. Don and Leo is pretty tough. At the beginning of your end step, exile up to 1 target artifact you control and 1 target creature you control. Then return them to the battlefield under your owner's control. So the goal of this commander is to have things in this deck that give us value for things when they come onto the battlefield. For example, you can flicker a Solemn Simulacrum where when it comes onto the battlefield you get a land, so you can flicker it, you get another land. We also have a lot of effects in this deck where you can bounce things back to your opponent's hand, such as Jill. You could bounce a target non-land permanent back to its owner's hand. Or Cryogen Relic, you get to draw cards when it comes onto the battlefield. Mightstone and Weakstone can do draw 2 cards or do a -5/-5. Or big effects like Pearl de Phyrexia where you can sacrifice 3 creatures and then do it again. So the goal of this deck is there's 2 big components. One, we have a lot of different flicker value effects where we can flicker artifacts and creatures to get as much value from doing those triggers twice. The other component to this deck is we do have a little bit of a control element here. We do have some counter spells in here like Wash Away, counter spell tells, and those types of things, and things to control the board such as Day of Judgment, Split Up, which I think is kind of an underrated removal spell, Wrath of God, all those types of things. So let us take Don and Leo, problem solvers, into the queue and see if we can solve some problems on our own. Let's go. Our first game is against Lagamos. They get to go first. This is going to be a very fast, aggressive deck, unfortunately. Lagamos, yeah, Infestation Sage. Let's go ahead and get out our Esper Sentinel here. My goal is just to try to ramp as quickly as we can. He'll probably attack us with the Infestation Sage. I'm not blocking that. Gets out a Goblin Crater Maker here. Let's go ahead and ramp here with the Guardian Idol. I'm not. We're going to be taking some damage for a little while here, unfortunately. But what we can do, okay, he's going to swing in with both. I'm not blocking, so on our turn, I'm probably going for the Scampering Surveyor, more than likely, because that'll get us a land. We just are going to have to be very careful about our... Oh, Ninjutsu. Okay. Well, interesting choice. He's going to get a Beetle. Probably cast that, I'm assuming. Okay, he's going to destroy the idol. Perfectly fine. Oh, boy. What do we do? We could keep up the spring-loaded blades, or we could cast the Ether Channeler. I'm going to go ahead and cast the Ether Channeler. We really need some more cards here. Let's draw a card. Okay, we did get a land, which is good. I'm definitely going to block the Swarm Saboteur. Legion War Boss. He's got a Goblin. He's just going to swing in with everything. I'm going to go ahead and block the Swarm Saboteur. Don't want him creating any more beetles. Let's go ahead and get out a Flood Farm here, and now we're going to cast the Scampering Surveyor. I'm going to go for a island here. I'm not going to attack. We could get out Don and Leo this turn, potentially. Spring-loaded saw blades would be really good with Don and Leo here. We're just going to have to be careful. He's going to Shieldred's Edict here. We're going to lose our Sentinel. Gonna swing in, opponent? You are. Wow. That's aggressive. I'm just gonna block the Infestation Sage. I probably should block the Goblin, though, now I think about it. That's okay. Okay, let's see. Let's get out Don and Leo here. I'm going to put down a Razor Bridge. We're not going to attack. And we're going... Oh. This artifact, this creature. Get them back. I'm going to go for a Plains this time. We just have to stay alive. If we can do that, we're going to be okay. If we can survive this turn... I think we'll be all right. So he has a Grim Initiate. Cloud Blazer would be a good one to gain some life and some cards. We just have to keep Don and Leo alive for a turn. Hopefully he does not have like a Bitter Triumph or something like that. Okay, I'm just going to block with the Scampering Surveyor here. He's going to just cast Deadly Dispute, get a treasure. Okay, let's go ahead and put down our land. Then I'm going to cast Cloud Blazer here, which is going to draw some cards, gain some life. It's pretty good. Now I'm not doing anything. I'm just waiting. And we're going to blink the Scampering Surveyor and the Cloud Blazer. We're going to gain some life back, draw some more cards. Let's go ahead and put down an island. Yeah, and we have way too much value for our opponent to do anything. At this point, we basically locked them out because we're going to be gaining life every single turn, drawing it 3 cards a turn. If our opponent tries to cast something, we can counter it. We also have the spring-loaded saw blades, which is really good against destroying his army. So if he attacks with the goblin, we can just wipe that out, then blink it as an artifact. So Don and Leo really gave us some supreme value against a very aggressive, scary deck. So really good first game. Our second game is against a really cool commander, Torok. This hand is good if we can get out Tezzeret, but we're probably going to be facing a lot of discard effects here. I'm going to put down the land and pass the turn. Opponent actually didn't have a turn 1 play, which is surprising for a mono black discard deck. Let's go for a Meticulous Archive. We're going to Surveil. What I really want right now is lands. Dovin's Veto is not what we need right now, unfortunately. Okay, we did draw a land here, so that's good. Let's go ahead and put down the island past the turn. Okay, our opponent's going to go for a Dark Ritual. I'm going to let him cast that so that he can try to cast his commander. We're going to Mana Leak that, and that stops our opponent dead cold. Let's go ahead and get out our Flooded Strand here. And I'm going to go for a Hollowed Fountain, and let's go ahead and get out Tezzeret. Tezzeret's going to go for another land for us. I'm going to go for a... Let's go for the Seat of the Synod here. I want an untapped land so we can get out the Smithy. Opponent has a Solar Transformer. Let's go ahead and put down a land here. And let's go ahead and get out the Thousand Moon Smithy here. Get an artifact, get another artifact. I'm going to go ahead and search for an artifact here. Portable Hole. would have been really good. We could have taken his ramp. That's unfortunate. Let's go for a Ancient Den here. If we can get out Don and Leo and flicker the Thousand Moon, that would be really good. See what our opponent does. Okay, our opponent is going to use Go Blank. I'm going to ditch the Elish Norn and the Skyclave Apparition, I guess. I really want to keep the Teleportation Circle, if at all possible. Okay, let's go ahead and put down a land here. Let's cast our Teleportation Circle. Mono Black has a hard time dealing with enchantments. I'm going to go ahead and untap a Seat of the Synod here. We're going to swing in. Okay, this is where our Teleportation Circle is going to hopefully put in some work. Let's recast Thousand Moon Smithy, make another artifact here. We're going to get some more counters on Tesseret. Pass the turn. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and just get out the Spring Blade because we're going to discard it anyway. Just to get the loyalty counter and the token plus that takes away from Turok's discard. Yeah, we've just got way too much value now at this point. On our turn, what we're going to do is get out Don and Leo, and we have a Teleportation Circle, and we're going to get another land or an artifact. We could get an artifact like a Portable Hole, which will deal with Turok. We're going to swing in for a massive hit with our artifact creature tokens. We could potentially even maybe kill our opponent depending on what we draw in this one turn. So really good second game. Turok is a super powerful commander, lots of discard effect. I'm really surprised our opponent didn't keep a turn one discard play for his deck, but good game. Get to go first against Turok again. Interesting. This hand does have some ramp and a counter spell to it, so I'm going to go ahead and keep this. I think we need like one more land maybe. There's our other land. I'm just going to keep up Mana Leak for our opponent. Okay, opponent has a Maestro's Theater. Interesting choice for a mono black deck. Probably just trying to filter out their lands, I guess. Okay, opponent has an Iron Crag. I'm just going to go ahead and put down the Razor Bridge because I'm going to counter his commander if he tries to cast it. Which he does not. Probably a good move on his part. Let's go ahead and get out our Hallowed Fountain here, and I'm going to cast Cold Steel Heart. We'll say blue. Just keeping up our Mana Leak. Opponent's going to try to cast Turok. We're going to say no. Opponent's going to crack their land. I'm trying to think what other card they could go for. I'm not sure. Okay, let's see. I don't want to get out our commander because one, it's not in our hand, and two, our opponent can probably pretty easily kill it since it's mono black. Let's just get out the Teleportation Circle. That's going to be a huge advantage for us. Just say blue. I keep forgetting that the Cold Steel Heart's going to come into play tap no matter what, so oops. I'm really not threatened by anything our opponent's doing right now. Let's go ahead and cast Worn Power Stone here. And then let's go ahead and get out Loran. I'm going to kill off one of his artifacts. Let's destroy the Cold Steel Heart. Okay, our opponent's going to kill off Loran. I would too, because the teleportation circle could prove to be a problem. Let's go ahead and flicker the Razor Bridge. Because I keep forgetting it's coming into play tapped. Ugh. Oops. Okay, our opponent is going to get rid of our hand, which is perfectly fine. Get some power up on Turok here. Let's go ahead and get out the Talisman and then also our Commander. Just trying to... There's really no point in flickering anything here. There's no point. We're just going to submit 0. I really need like a value card to flicker. Like a draw 3 or something. In the meantime, we're just going to exhaust our opponent's hand. We do have enough mana to do so. Okay, our opponent's going to reanimate some Loran. Okay. He's going to destroy the teleportation circle. I probably would have done the same. Makes sense. Okay, he hits us here. Let's go ahead and cast Portal to Phyrexia here. And now we're going to be able to reanimate Loran again. Our opponent's going to have a hard time dealing with the portal because Mono Black doesn't really have many ways of dealing with the Portal of Phyrexia. Our opponent can attack using the Hive of the Eye Tyrant to take out Loran, but otherwise, yeah, we're going to be reanimating stuff every single turn, so it's hard for Mono Black. As someone who is a big Mono Black player fan, it's really hard to deal with an artifact setup like this. So, good game, opponent. Okay, we go first against Aang at the Crossroads. This is a combo deck. I'm honestly not really a big fan of it either. We do get to go first. I'm going to try this, but this might turn out to be pretty difficult to win unless we get a counter spell. I do like our early ramp here, which is great. Let's go ahead and put down a land, and let's get out the Azorius Signet. Our opponent's going to surveil. I'm hoping we draw a land, and then we can put down the Mind Stone, and then... Okay, so he has a Badger Mole. Okay. We did not draw the land that we needed. I have to get rid of the Badger Mole, though. We can't afford to have ramp for our opponent, so we're just going to kill that off. The opponent now has 3 lands. If we draw a land, we could... Gross. Okay. Our opponent realizes that we're getting ripped off in the mana world here. So he's targeting our lands. I don't blame him for doing that. Let's go for a Meticulous Archive here. We're going to surveil. Land is good. We'll go ahead and get out the Mind Stone here, and we are going to go ahead and pass the turn. Okay, so we have a Great Divide Guide. Interesting. Man, if we had kept... gross. Our opponent's actually going to target our... What does this do? Add 1 mana of any color. Okay, let's go ahead and cast a teleportation circle, and then we're going to flicker our Skyclave here, and we're going to target the Great Divide Guide, basically taking out our opponent's creature. Now he will get to ephemerate, unfortunately, but He's probably going to take out the Skyclave or the teleportation circle. Okay. Sure. Okay, our opponent is going to make his own Skyclave apparition. Interesting. Let's go ahead and cast our anti-causal vestige here. Okay. Let's put the panharmonic. No, let's put the One Ring onto the battlefield here. I hope our opponent attacks us with that Skyclave. Okay, so he has Aang. Let's see what he comes up with as far as... Is he gonna flicker one of these? Okay. Interesting. Well, I'm going to block because I plan on wiping the board this next turn, quite honestly. Okay, we did draw a land, which is great. Let's go for Supreme Verdict here. Just wipe the board. Now we do have some tokens that can be kind of aggressive. Well, I think we're going to right now have to be aggressive here because we don't really have much else to do. Let's go ahead and cast our Might Stone. Do we kill off one of his creatures or do we... I think we draw 2 cards, to be honest with you. Let's go ahead and put down a land, and then we're going to go ahead and get out an Arcane Signet. I'm just going to be aggressive as possible here. That's 8 damage to our opponent. Okay, our opponent has a Baloth and Sakashima. Man, our opponent is... Well, I guess we can flicker the Might Stone and the Weak Stone here. Okay, let's see. Do we get out our Flicker Wisp, maybe? I think we attack first before anything else. Okay, opponent's going to... I think we kill off the Guardian because I don't really have many counter spells in this deck. Let's go ahead and get out our Flicker Wisp. And do we want to draw cards? I think we still want to keep drawing cards, quite honestly. Okay, our opponent has an Elvish Mystic. Let's go ahead and put down a Cavern of Souls, and we're going to say Turtle to get out our commander. And let's go ahead and get out our Solemn Simulacrum as well. Let's get a land here. And I'm going to swing in with our token because it's the one thing we can't blink. Okay, we're going to kill off both of his creatures. Let's go ahead and blink the Solemn Simulacrum and the Might Stone and Weak Stone here. We're going to get rid of the Skyclave Apparition. Get another land. I just don't want him getting another Skyclave out. Okay, what's our opponent going to get this time? Looks like nothing good. Yeah, on our turn, we are going to completely dominate the battlefield here. We can flicker the Might Stone and Weak Stone. We could actually get out the Panharmonicon, which will double the effects of that. Wipe out his whole army on that turn because we can do the -5 on the Might Stone, Weak Stone. We could even get out the anti-coastal vestige as well. We've just got way too much value. I will give kudos to our opponent for actually playing a different version of Aang. Usually it's this clone combo deck, which I'm not really a big fan of. But anyway, good game, opponent. Thank you, my friends, for watching another one of my videos. This one featuring Don and Leo, Problem Solvers. Don and Leo's a good card. It's got good stats, it's resilient, it's tough, and the flicker effect is not to be underestimated. I did have a very high win rate with this game. Matter of fact, my final build of this deck, I did not lose a game during this series of games that I played. I'm not saying you're not going to lose games. I'm not saying that you're never going, have multiple games in a row that you could lose. My point is this deck is good and that it has a very high win rate percentage. The deck list is in the description below. Please don't forget to like. Please don't forget to subscribe. Please do not forget to leave a comment talking about Don and Leo or another commander you'd like me to look into, or why coffee is the best drink on the planet. I don't really care as long as I talk to you, part of the Magic community. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.